the story is this. When I first started wrestling, much like most people that start wrestling, you will listen to whatever your trainer says. And this was the idea of my trainer because when I was I was pursuing I enjoyed the European style of wrestling more because straightforward wrestling.
Mhm.
Um, also, when I was training to wrestle, we only had a ring for 2 weeks and then we were kicked out of the building. So the majority of my wrestling training was on mats in my trainer's garage.
Mhm.
So therefore, you focus more on holds and strikes and actual wrestling than you do of running the ropes and jumping off things and doing what have you. So that was the direction I was going in. I also uh, did my young boy training pretty much 3 months in England, living in a ring van, working for the famed Brian Dixon shows.
Mhm.
So after that, my original coach, who was the big ugly JD Bishop in Sacramento, he was like, "You're going to be the British Messiah." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So because once again, you do what your coach tells you to do because I had no I never wanted to be a professional wrestler. I thought I was going to do this for a couple of years. Oh, that was fun and move on with my life. And well, here we are today, sir. I'm glad it worked out, but it was that. So that was the original stick that I was given. And I found if uh, if you have to do anything ridiculous in professional wrestling, if you lean into it as hard as you can, usually it works out a little better. So that was the original goal. I think then after that, the reason was even though I stopped that very early in my career, I think I have no social media. No one has any contact with me unless they've actually talked to me in person. I
Mhm.
don't do any of these interviews usually. So it's a very rare sort of thing. So people's imagination goes with one little thing that they saw maybe in 2007 and have continued it on to this. Also, the other thing is I spent a lot of time in Europe. I lived in Germany for 3 years, and I mainly just worked for WXW in Germany and
Mhm.
then all the England companies as well at the time. So I've been said, "Oh, we thought you were German too." Yeah, it just depends on as people see it, they go. But no, I am from Sacramento, California. My passport is blue. Yeah, so that's the go. But it is like once again, pro wrestling is a very interesting thing.
Mhm.
Stories are built, and I don't even have to do anything. Everyone's mind and their own imagination can go right ahead.